Good evening, everyone. Today's subject is surgery, and today's topic is sinus and fistula with homeopathic therapeutics. Sinus is defined as a blind tract leading from the surface down into the tissues. It is lined with granulation tissue. For example, congenital sinus, periauricular sinus, pilonidal sinus occurs in the midline in the anal region. Fistula. Fistula is defined as an abnormal communication between the lumen of two organs or lumen of one organ and to the external. Fistula is of two types. Abnormal communication between the lumen of one viscus and lumen of other viscus is called external fistula, and the fistula, the abnormal connection between the lumen of one viscus and body surface is called external fistula. Sorry, the lumen of one viscus to lumen of other viscus is called as internal fistula, and lumen of one viscus to the exterior of the body is called as external fistula. Example of internal fistula is vesico-vaginal fistula. Example of external fistula is anal fistula. So causes of persistence of sinus or a fistula: presence of foreign body, persistent infection, distal obstruction, absence of rest, epithelialization of the tract, malignancy, dense fibrosis, tuberculosis. So on clinical examination, do we diagnose fistula or sinus? On clinical examination, on inspection, location gives the diagnosis. For example, if it is near the ear, it is periauricular fistula. If it is around the anus, it is perianal fistula. If it is in the vagina, it is vaginal fistula. Like that. Okay, number, it can be single or multiple. Opening, granulation tissue or foul skin. Discharge, color, odor, consistency shows what is the kind of fistula. Surrounding skin, color and excoriation shows the kind of discharge. On palpation, there is temperature and tenderness, that is signs of inflammation. Discharge after application of pressure. Induration is present in chronic fistula. The investigations for fistula: complete hemogram, blood sugar, urine sugar, X-ray of the part, fistulography, fistuloscopy, biopsy. So homeopathic therapeutics, this is very important. So what are the rubrics to be considered? Skin, ulcerous, fistulas. The remedies are asafoetida, calcarea carb, calcarea sulf, carboveg, causticum, fluoric acid, hepar sulf, lycopodium, mercsol, nitric acid, silesia and sulfur. The remedies considered here are asafoetida, calcarea sulf, fluoric acid, hepar sulf, mercsol, nitric acid, silesia. So asafoetida. What are the characteristic features of asafoetida? The flatulence. See, along with fistula, if there is gastric complaints and abdominal complaints, you can definitely think of asafoetida. The flatulence and spasmodic contractions of the stomach and esophagus with reverse peristalsis are the most marked symptoms. It has been found to affect favorably deep ulceration, caries of bones. Particular symptoms: caries of nasal bones, darting pain and caries in the bones, ulcers affecting bones, thin ichorous pus. Aggravation: night, touch, warm application, amelioration, open air, pressure from motion. So these are the general modalities, and especially in asafoetida, the pus is yellow in color. Okay. Next, calcarea sulf. Suppurative process comes within the range of this remedy after pus has formed a vent. This we have to remember. In which stage calcarea sulf is indicated is after there is a vent created for the pus to be discharged. Then calcarea sulf can be thought of. So suppurating stage of tonsillitis, when abscess is discharging, painful abscess about the anus in case of fistula, pus like slimy discharge from the bowel. Discharges are yellow, thick and lumpy. Cuts, wounds, bruises, etc. unhealthy. They do not heal readily. Indolent ulcers. Yellow, purulent discharge oozes. This is the characteristic of Calcarea sulf. Next, fluoric acid. Complaints of old age or of premature old age. In syphilitic mercurial dyscrasia, young people look old. Old cicatrices become red around the edges and threaten to become open ulcers. Particular symptoms. Lacrimal fistula. See here, this is particular to lacrimal fistula. Sensation as if wind blowing through the eyes. Violent itching of inner canthus. Dental fistula with persistent bloody salty discharge. Teeth feel warm. Affected teeth affects teeth and bones of upper jaws. Caries and necrosis, especially of long bones. Thirsty, thermals hot. See, fluoric acid is the only acid group remedy which is hot thermally. All other acid group remedies are chilly. Okay, general aggravation. Warmth, warm drinks, morning. Amelioration, cold while walking. Hepar sulf. Characteristic keynotes. In diseases where suppuration seems inevitable, Hepar may open the abscess and hasten the cure. Extremely sensitive to cold air, imagines he can feel the air as if door is opened in the next room. Must be wrapped up to the face even in hot weather. So Hepar sulf is highly chilly. Like Silesia. Particular symptoms. Infected sinus with pus forming. Unhealthy skin. Every little injury suppurates. Quinsy. So here in this we can think of fistula in the tonsils. Quinsy. That is peritonsillar abscess leading to fistula. Quinsy with impending suppuration when swallowing. Sensation of as if a plug and of a splinter in the throat. Suppurating inguinal glands. Abscess of labia with great sensitiveness. Thirsty. Thermals, chilly. Aggravation, dry cold wind, cool air, slightest draught. Amelioration, damp weather, wrapping up, warmth. Merck salt. Nervous affection after suppressed discharges, especially in psoric patient. Hahnemann's remedy for syphilis and diseases of the genitourinary tract. It is rarely indicated if the tongue is dry. Particular symptoms. Very often indicated in secondary stage of syphilis, where there is a febrile chloroanemia, tendency to formation of pus, which is thin, greenish, putrid, streaked with thin blood. Caries of nasal bones with greenish, fetid ulcerations. Thirsty, thermals, sensitive to heat and cold equally. General modalities, aggravation night, damp weather, warm room, perspiration. Nitric acid. The characteristic symptoms of nitric acid are persons suffering with chronic disease who take cold easily and are easily disposed to diarrhea, rarely to those who suffer with constipation. So, when there is fistula in people with diarrhea, this is the opposite of Silesia. In Silesia, there is more of constipation. In nitric acid, there is more of diarrhea. Pains, sticking, pricking as from splinters. Gnawing here and there as from ulcers forming. Great anxiety. This is a very important symptom in nitric acid. Great anxiety about his disease, constantly thinking about his past troubles, depressed and anxious in the evening. Particular symptoms. Blisters, ulcers, fistulae around the orifices like mouth, genitalia, anus, which bleed easily. So here we can think of nitric acid in case of fistulae around the mouth, around the genitals, around the anus. Okay, all discharges are very offensive, especially urine, feces and perspiration. Caries of mastoid plus ingrowing toenail. So in ingrowing toenail, we can think of nitric acid. Discharges thin, offensive, acrid, of a brown or dirty yellowish green color, rarely laudable pus. That is, laudable is appreciable. Rarely there is too much pus. There is too much blood rather than too much pus. This is nitric acid. Thirsty, thermals, chilly. General modalities, aggravation evening, night, change of temperature, on waking, while walking. Amelioration, riding in a carriage. Silesia. Characteristic keynotes. Has a wonderful control over suppurative process, soft tissue, periosteum or bone maturing abscess. when desired or reducing suppuration. In both cases, when the discharge has to come out, or when it is too much discharging, it has to reduce. In both cases, we can think of silesia. So particular symptoms, fistula in ano, alternating with chest symptoms. So fistula with asthma, fistula in ano with cough, fistula in ano with pneumonia, such cases we can think of silesia. Fistula lacrimalis, improving to little. It does not improve easily. Fistula painful, offensive, high spongy edges, proud flesh in them. See, when you have studied fistula, you can see there will be, if it is flesh outside, it is dirty and it is not healing properly. So in such cases, we can think of silesia. Silesia is thirsty, chilly, and aggravated from cold, during menses, during new moon, and uncovering. Amelioration, warmth. So here we can see fistula of various parts. The remedies for fistula of various parts based on rubrics in Kent Repertory. Cornea of the eye, silesia. Fistula of gums, causticum, silesia, fluoric acid. Throat, phosphorus, silesia. Inguinal glands, lachesis, phosphorus, silesia, berberis, calcarea carb, calcarea phos, carboveg, causticum, calicarb, nitric acid, silesia. Rectum, allosocotrina, aurum mure, berberis, calcarea carb, calcarea phos, carboveg, causticum, calicarb, nitric acid, silesia. Scrotum, iodum. Breast, causticum, heparsulf, merksol, phosphorus, phytoleca, silesia. Axilla, calcarea carb, sulfur. Vagina, asafoetida, calcarea carb, lachesis. Lycopodium, nitric acid, pulsatilla, silesia. Fistula of the palm, arsenic alb. Fistula of the hip, calcarea carb, carboveg, causticum, lachesis, phosphoric acid, silesia. Fistula in the thigh, calcarea carb. Fistula in the knee, iodum. Fistula in the leg, ruta. Fistula in the ankle, calcarea phos. Fistula in the joints, calcarea carb, phosphorus, silesia, sulfur. So these are the remedies which are in the Kent Repertory. Rubrics in the Kent Repertory show these remedies for fistula of various parts. So now we will see probable MCQs. A sinus is defined as abnormal communication between two epithelial surfaces, blind tract leading from the surface into deeper tissue, congenital epithelium, lined canal, communicating abscess cavity. So the sinus is a blind tract leading from surface into deeper tissue. Which of the following is an example of internal fistula? Vesico-vaginal fistula. One important cause for persistence of a sinus is distal obstruction. A patient with infected sinus, extreme sensitivity to cold air, and tendency to suppuration is likely to need heparsulf. Fistula with thin greenish offensive pus streaked with blood indicates merksol. Splinter-like pains in ulcers and fistula are characteristic of nitric acid. Fistula in ano, alternating with chest symptoms, is silesia. Remedy most indicated in suppurating stage after pus has formed a vent is calcarea sulf. Fistula of scrotum is iodum. Fistula of vagina includes all except ruta. So asafoetida, lycopodium, pulsatilla. All three are indicated. Any of the three are indicated in fistula of vagina. Case-based MCQs. A 32-year-old male presents with fistula in ano. The discharge is thin, greenish, offensive and streaked with blood. He is thirsty and sensitive both to heat and cold. The most indicated remedy is merksol. A patient has painful fistula with splinter-like pains. Ulcers bleed easily on touch. All discharges are offensive and acrid. Symptoms are worse in the evening and night. Most appropriate remedy is nitric acid. Women presents with recurrent breast abscess forming fistulous openings. She is extremely sensitive to cold air and very small injury suppurates. She feels chilly. The remedy is heparsulf. Patient with fistula in ANO reports with rectal symptoms alternate with chest symptoms. Fistula is painful with spongy edges and offensive discharge. Best remedy is Silesia. Chronic sinus over tibia shows thin ichorous discharge with caries of bone. Patient complains of flatulence and spasmodic contractions of stomach and esophagus. Most suitable remedy is asafoetida. Patient in suppurative stage of tonsillitis develops abscess which has started discharging thick yellow pus. Wounds heal slowly. Indicated remedy is Calcarea sulph. Man with fistula of scrotum presents with marked emaciation despite good appetite and glandular enlargement. The remedy is iodum. A patient with dental fistula has persistent bloody salty discharge. Teeth feel elongated and warm. Caries affect upper jaws. Most indicated remedy is fluoric acid. A woman presents with vaginal fistula. She is mild, tearful, thirstless and symptoms changeable. The remedy is pulsatilla. A chronic fistula patient is chilly, thirsty, worse during menses and from uncovering, better from warmth. So, my remedy is Silesia. So these are the probable SAQs. Define sinus. Mention two examples. Define fistula. Differentiate between internal and external fistula. List the causes of persistence of sinus or fistula. Enumerate the points to be noted during inspection and clinical examination of sinus and fistula. Write short notes on investigation required in case of chronic fistula. Mention characteristic indications of Hepar sulph in suppurative condition. Write a short note on Silesia. Enumerate characteristic features of nitric acid. List remedies for fistula of rectum. Write short notes on Calcarea sulph in management of abscess and fistula. So probable LAQs. Define sinus and fistula. Describe in detail types of fistula, causes, clinical examination and investigation. Discuss homeopathic management of fistula in ANO, including rubrics, key remedies, comparative study of Silesia, nitric acid, Hepar sulph. Describe cause of persistence of a sinus or a fistula. Discuss pathological factors, role of infection, epithelialization of tract, tuberculosis and malignancy, principal homeopathic remedy selection. Enumerate remedies for fistula of various parts: cornea, rectum, breast, vagina, scrotum, joints. Case-based LAQs. A case of fistula in ANO with alternating chest symptoms. See, this is the case scenario given. You have to discuss diagnosis and pathology, causes of persistence, totality of symptoms, remedy selection with justification, remedial differential diagnosis between Silesia and Hepar, management plan and follow-up. A patient complains of severe cutting splinter-like pains in anal fistula. There is bleeding on slight touch, discharge is offensive and excoriating, symptoms are worse at night. Discuss clinical evaluation, characteristic symptoms of the guiding remedy, indicated remedy with full justification, differential comparison with Merxol, prognosis. So, case of suppurating breast sinus. Lactating mother develops recurrent breast abscess that forms a sinus. She is extremely sensitive to cold, very irritable due to pain, and every small injury suppurates. Discuss pathogenesis, stage of suppuration, remedy selection, comparison between Hepar and Calcarea sulph, management strategy. Chronic tibial sinus. A 20-year-old patient, 28-year-old patient presents with chronic sinus over tibia, discharging thin ichorous fluid. There is caries of bones. Patient complains of gastric distension and spasmodic contraction. Discuss etiology and pathology, investigation, totality construction, indicated remedy, justification, comparison with fluoric acid, long-term management. A case of vaginal fistula with changeable symptoms. A 30-year-old female presents with fistula of vagina. She is mild, tearful, thirstless and symptoms are changeable. She feels better in open air and worse in warm room. Discuss clinical diagnosis, general and particular symptoms, remedy selection and justification, differential diagnosis with sepia and lycopodium, miasmatic background. A case of fistula with profuse salivation and glandular swelling. A patient presents with anal fistula. There is profuse salivation, metallic taste in the mouth, glandular enlargement and offensive discharges. Symptoms aggravate at night from both heat and cold. Discuss the clinical findings, characteristic indications, remedy selection with justification, differential diagnosis with nitric acid, prognosis and follow-up plan. So these were the case-based LAQs. So this is about today's session. We'll see you again on Monday for anatomy session. Thank you.